Chapter 3. Be quiet. Henry planted his broccoli deep into the soft parts of his baked potato as dinner. Then he sprinkled the shredded cheddar cheese on top of his broccoli first. "How was school?" asked the dad. "Pretty good," he said. He wasn't about to mention the spelling bee. But then his sister, Heidi, made it a new splash. "School was beautiful. It's time for the blister spelling bee," she said. "How fun," said Mom. "And you know what else?" Heidi asked. Mom and Dad shook their heads. "Family and friends can come to cheer for everyone. And more great news," Heidi went on. "This year, I plan to compete." Mom and Dad noticed that Henry wasn't as excited as his sister. "You're being quiet, Henry," Mom said. "What about you?" "What about me?" he said, not looking up from his plate. Mom tried again. "Are you going to take part in the spelling bee too?" Henry pushed his plate away. "Do I have a choice?" Dad reached over and patted Henry on the back. "I happen to know that you are a great speller. You can even wear my lucky bumblebee bow tie. Would you do it then?" Henry crossed his arms. "Not if I don't have to." Heidi frowned at her brother. Then she turned back to Mom and Dad. "Well, I've already started to practice my spelling," she said. "Give me a word, any word, and I'll spell it for you." Dad stroked his chin. "How about the word crowd? I think we will be in the crowd cheering for you both." Heidi took the short speaker and held it like a microphone. "Crowd," she repeated. "CROWD. That spells crowd." Henry knew he was doomed. There was no escape. He had to do the spelling bee whether he liked it or not. Chapter 4. Beware. Henry crawled into bed that night and pulled the covers over his head. All he could think about was the spelling bee. Soon he began to dream. Suddenly, Henry stood on a center stage all alone. The room was dark, but Henry could see the crowd in their seats. A spotlight switched on, and the light beamed on Henry. He covered his eyes with his arm. Then he heard a noise. Buzz. The spotlight moved away from Henry and landed on a giant bee. The bee's face looked a little like Principal Pennypacker's, which was really weird. Plus, he had the body of a bumblebee, and he was flying. Henry swallowed hard. "Who are you?" he asked. The bee laughed loudly. "Why, I am the spelling bee. I'll be your host for today's Busy Blister Spelling Bee." The giant bee turned to face the crowd as they clapped and cheered. "Our contestant is Henry Hackleback from Miss Missow's class," the spelling bee said as he turned toward Henry. "Your word is motherlove." The spotlight shifted back to Henry. He shoved his hands deep into the pockets of his pants. Is that even a real word? Henry asked. His voice boomed from the speakers. The spelling bee smiled and waited for Henry to spell the word. Can you use the word in a sentence? Henry asked. The bee nodded. Yes, you can use mother-love in a sentence, he replied. You see, I just did. Henry felt his face grow warm. But can you use the word in a sentence that makes sense? The smile left the spelling bee's face. He stuck out his lower lip. Oh dear, Henry had come back from Miss Missile class, he said. I can see that you are not ready for the spelling bee. The whole audience gasped. Look at Henry Hackleback, they chanted. He's not ready. He's not ready. Then the spelling bee flew over the center stage. The crowd stopped chanting. What's the matter with Henry? The bee asked the crowd. Has the cat got his tongue? Then the crowd began to laugh and point. Henry looked to see where they were pointing. He saw a giant cat creeping across the stage. Henry tried to run away, but his feet wouldn't move. It was like they were glued to the floor. Help! Somebody help! He cried. The cat's trying to get my tongue. Suddenly, Henry sat upright in bed. His alarm clock was buzzing just like a bee. Henry slapped the off button. It was only a bad dream, he thought. Henry wiped his brow and realized something. The dream was fake, but the spelling bee at school was still very, very real. And he wasn't ready. Chapter 5 BCBs. Instead of his spy notebook, Henry brought a dictionary to recess. Come on, he said to Dooley. Let's practice for the spelling bee. Dooley followed Henry to the side of the school building. Nobody would bother them there. The boy sat down and leaned against the wall. Henry opened the dictionary to the letter M. Have you ever heard of the word mother-love? Henry asked. Dooley shook his head. No, definitely not. Henry ran his fingers down the pages.